Let's evaluate this and then find the value of A plus B plus C. The first thing to do is to call this equation 1. Let's call this one equation 2 and this one 3. Now, the next thing to do is to multiply equation 1 by 2 and 3. That means we have AB multiply BC multiply AC, which is equals to 10 multiply 20 multiply 30. And if you do that, we now have AB multiply BC multiply AC, which is equals to 30 multiplies 20 is 600 multiplies 10 will give us 6,000. Next, AB multiply BC multiply AC is the same thing as A multiply B multiply B C multiply A multiply C, which is equals to 6,000. And it's also the same thing as writing A multiply A, that's this A and this A, multiply this B, which also multiplies C, multiply itself, which is equals to 6,000. Also, this is the same thing as that when A multiplies itself, you have A squared multiply B multiply itself, B squared, and then C multiply itself, we have C squared, which is equals to 6,000. If this is the first time you're coming across my channel, kindly click the subscription button, the notification bell, for you to be able to see more of our amazing videos, because we upload videos every day. Thank you. Now let's continue. There's a rule in salt that says A raised to power M multiply B raised to power M is the same thing as A multiply B raised to power M. If we have this in mind, and if we apply this here, we now have A multiply B multiply C all raised to power 2 is equals to 6,000. Now, looking at this now, this is squared, while 6,000 is not squared. The next thing for us to do is to square both sides, have a square root of both sides, for us to be able to remove this square. And when we do that, we have A multiply B multiply C is square, which is equal to square root of 6,000. And this, we cancel this. We now have A multiply B multiply C, which is equal to square root of 6,000. Remember, A multiply B multiply C is the same thing as A, B, C. This is A, B, C. This is the same thing as A multiply B multiply C, which is equals to square root of 6,000. Now, remember, we are asked not to use our calculator. The rule in this math is not to use our calculator. So, with our calculator, let's find the square root of 6,000. Now, when we do that, we have 6,000. Let's use the lowest. When 2 goes into 6,000, we have 3,000. When 2 goes into 3,000, we have 1,500. Now, when 2 goes into 1,500, we have 750. When 2 go into 750, we have 375. Next thing to go is 5. When 5 goes into 375, we have 75. When 5 goes into 75, we have 15. When 5 goes into 15, we have 3. When 3 goes into 3, we have 1. Now, because this is square root, we now pair. When 2 multiplies 3 is 4. 2 multiplies 2 is 4. 5 multiplies 5 is 25. Now, these two multiply each other, we now have 15. So therefore, we now have A, B, C is equals to 4 multiplies 4 will give you 16. That's square root of 16. Multiply square root of 25. Multiply square root of 15. Have ABC. Now, ABC will now be square root of 16 is 4. multiply square root of 25 is 5, multiply with 15. Next, our ABC is now be 4 multiply 5 is 20 root 15. And this is the value of our ABC. Remember, we are asked to find the value of A plus B plus C, not the value of A, B, C. Therefore, we are meant to find A separate, B separate, and then C separate. So the next thing to do is to find our A. So now you see the reason why we took our time to generate or to find the value of A, B, C. So now let's find the value of our A. A. And A, they say this 10. Remember, to find A here, A is the same thing as A multiply BC, all divided by BC. Remember, our AB is 10, our BC is 20, and our AC is 30. Now we are finding the value, we are looking for the value of our A. So, to get it, we have ABC divided by BC, and our ABC is 20 root 15. Therefore, we now have 20 root 15. All divided by our BC is 20. Therefore, if we cancel out, the value of our A will now be root 15. That's the value of our A. Now, to find B, for B is equals to B AC, that's B multiply AC divided by AC, which is the same thing as ABC divided by AC. And when we input the values, our ABC is 20 root 15, all divided by our AC is 30. And if we cancel out, we now have 2 root 15 divided by 3. This is the value of our C, of our B, sorry. Now the value of, how to get the value of our C? We now have C will be equals to C multiply AB, all divided by AB, which is the same thing as ABC divided by AB. And our ABC is 20 root 15, all divided, our AB is 10. And when we cancel out, we have 2. That's 10 goes into itself, we have 1. 10 goes into 20, we have 2. Therefore, the value of our C is 2 root 15. It's getting interesting, right? I'm enjoying this. I hope you are doing so. Now, we've gotten the value of our A, B, and C. The next thing to do is to find the that if A plus B plus C. That is the question we are asked. For us to get A plus B plus C, the value of our A is root 15. That's A plus B is 2 root 15 divided by 3 plus our C is 2 root 15. No, 15. No. For us to solve this, we find the LCM for them, everything to have a common denominator. And when we do that, the LCM of everything here is 3. When 1 goes into 3 is 1. 1 multiplies, when 1 goes into 3 is 3. 3 multiplies with 15, we have 3 root 15 plus, when 3 goes into 3, we have 1. 1 multiplies 2 root 5, we still have 2 root 15 plus, when 1 goes into 3, we still have 3. 3 multiplies 2 root 15. Let's have it as 3 2 root 15. Now, if we add, we have 3 root 15 plus 2 root 15 plus 3 multiplies 2 is 6 root 15, all divided by 3. If you notice, we have root 2, root 15, root 15, root 15. There is a law of sort that says when we have A root B plus C root B, it is the same thing as or equals to A plus C root B. If we have this in our mind, and if we apply this here, now have 3 plus 2 plus 6 root 15, all divided by 3. So 3 plus 2 is 5, 5 plus 6 is 11. Therefore, our answer will now be 11 root 15 divided by 3. And this is our final answer. If you enjoyed this as I did, kindly click the subscription button, the notification bell. You can also share and comment. Thank you.